Hey guys, Zach Holt here, Whitetail Properties, Southern Indiana. On my own property here today, Vintucky Falls, I'm going to be doing a video on some of the different projects that we've already done. Not much has changed here, but we haven't done videos on absolutely everything that we've done so far. So I wanted to hop on here and tell you guys about some of the projects so we can kind of keep you up to date on everything we've done so far. So one of the first things that we wanted to do with this property is we wanted to be able to use this cabin. The cabin was pretty far gone, but there was enough value here that it was worth saving. And we knew that if we were going to use it, we wanted it to be conditioned. We got young kids. We want it to be conditioned so we can use it year round. So it's a small cabin. It's only 1,400 square feet. I decided to go with a mini split unit. And so this unit does both heat and air. You can set it on auto mode to where it'll actually just regulate a certain temperature all year long. It has dehumidifying modes. They're really awesome, super efficient. I don't know how many SEER they are, but they're very efficient. And Gudorf's from Jasper, they were the ones that put it in for me. You see their sticker right there. They did an absolute phenomenal job with it. I've had a couple of these mini splits put in before, both for clients and personally in my own personal home, for auxiliary heat and air, and I can tell you they did a really good job. I've seen several of these installs. So let's go inside and I'll show you kind of what the inside unit, that's the exterior unit, and I'll show you what the inside unit looks like. Okay, so we're inside the cabin now. Flip this around. So this is our main room, but we decided to put it high. Now you can direct that to where that airflow is coming straight down, or you can kind of keep it, you know, there's an adjustment on the remote where you can change the baffles there to direct that airflow. So this is our cabin. We've got a spiral staircase right here, and then a loft and a bedroom back there. So it's a perfect location for that mini split. We're gonna be able to condition this entire space with just that one unit in both heat and air, year round, super efficient. The next project that we had done was Gudorf's while they were here as well. This is gonna be almost like a little commercial for them because they really helped us out and got our mechanicals in, in working order. So the mechanicals, basically there was a water heater right here, and we decided that a tank water heater, we decided to take that out. We switched some of the interior plumbing to PEX, and we got a tankless water heater, so that'll make my wife really happy. Showers on the other side of this wall, and then the commode's right there, and then there's a sink right there. So super excited about the tankless water heater. We'll have we got a hose bib right here, so we'll have a stackable laundry unit once we get this wall rebuilt. And yeah, the next project we're having done is we're having a new water line put in this place. So this water line has continued to have issues. We've had some breaks right here. We've had some breaks in the house. So we're going to basically do a whole new water line. We're going to run it all the way down from the meter down the side of this driveway. And it's going to come in here across this. We're going to have a hydrant right here on the corner of the house, and it'll come into the house and into the crawl space down there. We're going to switch to, a 1-inch PEX line. Right now, I don't know what the material is that they're using, but it's this really thin-walled black tubular piping, and it's I barely nicked it with a Sawzall the other day, and we had water going everywhere in the house. So it was my fault for sure, but it's very thin-walled, and we've already had a couple other issues with it having some breaks in it in some of the connection points. So we're just going to run a solid line all the way up from the meter up at the top of the hill, and we're going to run it down the side of this driveway. And that's one reason why, as you see, I've been cutting some of these trees back, because they're going to come in here with a little mini excavator and a trencher, and they're going to run that line all the way down through here across this yard, and then they'll have it brought into the house right there. All right, so the next project that I wanted to talk to you guys about was the gutters. We didn't have any functional gutters on this place, And one of the things that we're noticing is there's some water damage over the years on the bottom logs from them taking too much water on. And so one of the first things I wanted to do was, stop the damage on the logs and the substructure, the flooring and whatnot. So we decided to put brand new gutters and downspouts, matching. We went with a 6-inch, and we went with gutter guard because we got so many trees around here. They did a great job. I'll put their information. I'll put all these contractors' information in the description of this video. So if you have any interest, if you're in the Southern Indiana area, these are all great contractors that we've tested, we've worked with, but we've got brand new 6-inch gutters all around. The next project that I'll need to be doing regarding these is we're going to connect them to PVC. We'll have them connected, and then we'll run that. We'll probably won't run it all the way down to the pond, but I'll run them down here. I'll dig it through here, and we got to get rid of this hickory tree. It's too darn close. We'll run it down here, and we'll have it daylight, just above the pond down there, so the majority of it gets to the pond. But all these trees here, this is what my logger left me, this mess. But all these trees I'm going to get taken out. Some of them I can cut down. Others, like this hickory right here, I'm going to get a professional to take that down. It's too darn close. So the main thing that I wanted to come back here and show you guys was our crawl space access. This was a homemade door. It had cracks all around it. There were critters that were getting in it. It wasn't secure in the area. So, we've kind of thought outside the box on this. So basically I contacted my garage door guy, and basically we did a little custom garage, overhead door right here. So I'll open this up and you guys can take a look at it. Basically what we've done is we installed an overhead garage door on this. It's a pretty big opening for a crawl space, and it was the only solution I could come up with that wouldn't cost me an arm and a leg. It's really nice. It looks good. So let's dive right in here, guys. Basically what we've got here is, this cabin was built kind of into a little bit of a hillside, and so you've got quite a bit of space at the back of the cabin, but then it gets narrower and narrower as you get towards the front of the cabin. So this was our crawl space. This would have been just bare dirt floor. Had actually a ton of construction material that they were housing in here. So we had all that pulled out of here and threw it away. We had a dumpster delivered, and me and my wife spent a couple days up here throwing everything to the dumpster. So the first thing we had done was we had our box headers. That's everything around the exterior wall, right where your floor joist meet your sill plate. Have those spray foamed. That's going to be the area that's going to be the weakest. It's going to let a lot of air in, and so all the way around the exterior of this crawl space is spray foamed. And then we do this underlayment, this vinyl tarp that basically restricts air coming up and moisture coming up from the ground and getting into your house. And so you can see that, that is mold from all the water damage and all the moisture that this house has seen. Now, we've got this dehumidifier right now. It's currently running, I don't know, it looks like 50% humidity. I don't know if that's right, if that's what that number on the side of it means or not. I just plugged it in. But basically, it feels very comfortable in here. It does feel dry. But now we've got a nice clean space to, just store things or just to come down here and work on our mechanicals. It's actually really nice down here. But we will go back in here and spray. They've got some antifungal stuff that we can spray on the underside. We actually need to replace, this is underneath the kitchen right here, and this was the kitchen sink. This is where most of our water problems have come from, and you can see that they've had, basically leaking for a long time. So we're gonna have our service brought in back here in this corner. It's gonna come in and then we'll fix all this. And we're gonna replace the subfloor on the kitchen as well. You can see where we've scabbed some of these floor joists on here because some of these floor joists have had so much water damage that they're ruined. They really need help. So we've scabbed on where we needed to. You can see that's where I stepped through the other day. I actually almost fell through. But yeah, this is our crawl space, and it feels great down here. It feels super dry. It's comfortable. There's not a bunch of critters. There's not any creepy crawlies. I've not sprayed down here. It's just, once we sealed it up, it's just good. So again, this is temporary, but it's serving its purpose right now. It's keeping the humidity down. And this roll top, we'll probably end up doing something here on the ground and have maybe a pad or have some concrete poured here. But for right now, this works. This is way better than what it was. I will definitely put a lock on that at some point. But I think right now, I'm really happy with how that looks. And it looks clean and professional. And obviously, we've got to do a bunch of power washing and get this place cleaned up. But that's a good first start. So we just have a ton of work, man. Just a ton of work. Anyway, we're blessed to have it. We're blessed to have the work. And we're blessed to be able to be in a position to have it. So anyway, guys, I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you so much, guys. Take care.